I picked this up many years ago. I absolutely love it. And this sits on that shelf, one of those shelves. Ooh, I just about dropped that. So welcome back everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. This video was kind of inspired by a lot of you. So many of you that joined in on my live chat commented on the shelves that are behind or in my kitchen and were behind me during my live video, and commented on the whiteware. And so many of you wanted to see some of the pieces. And I had said in the video, like, I really actually need to clean all of these off. So you guys really inspired me to do that. So after I cleaned everything off, I thought it would be fun to share with you guys what my favorite pieces are that are on those shelves. So let's get started. Since the shelves are kind of far away in the video, you couldn't really get a close-up of everything that was on there. So I have some pieces on there that are really, really my favorites. And one of them is this large bowl. I absolutely love this bowl because I love the hobnail pattern here. It is a really large bowl, so I use this a lot, especially whenever we would entertain. I would use this all the time. It's perfect for decor also. I've put lemons in this before, I've put apples, I've put pumpkins, and it's just a really beautiful, beautiful bowl. As you can see here, Martha Stewart actually has a bowl that looks very similar to this, but this bowl I did not get from Martha Stewart's collection. I actually got this at Home Goods, and it's been many years, so I don't remember what I paid for it, but I want to say, I think it was like around $5. And I just think it's so pretty. So this is something that sits on that shelf, and I absolutely love it. The next piece is this little teapot, and I got this while I was thrifting, and it's so super cute. It doesn't have any markings. It just says domain 1980 Japan on the bottom. So I don't know if anybody knows what that is. Let me know in the comments, but this is just really sweet, and I've had it sitting on those shelves for many years. I absolutely love it. It's just so simple, and it's one of those pieces that works really well, like in vignettes, and of course, when you put it out for display. I've never actually used it for, you know, tea or anything. I just think it's really sweet and really precious, and I love it. Next up is this little creamer. I also got this while I was thrifting, and this is actually from Mikasa, and this says Mikasa F9000 Japan. I don't really know. I'm sure the number probably means something, but to me, it was just a really cute little creamer. I've used this in displays before. You can put greenery in these type of things. And then of course it sits out on the shelf. I really like the detail here that it has. Almost kind of like a scroll pattern across here. And it's just a really pretty piece. And I love this type of like whiteware where it's almost like sort of a creamy color. And so I picked this up many years ago. I absolutely love it. And this sits on that shelf, one of those shelves. Ooh, I just about dropped that. This sits on one of those shelves also. Now that creamer actually has a little companion piece. How cute is this? I got both of these at Savers, and I love the fact that this has this little lid that is a little round circle on the top. And it also has the same scroll work, and this is also that same Mikasa 9000 Japan. But as soon as I saw this, they actually were sold separately, but I knew that they were companion pieces, obviously, because they look identical. and in style. And then also they both said Mikasa. But these sit on that shelf, on those shelves, and I just think they're sweet. And again, so pretty, just like to set out. Perfect for a vignette. I've actually taken the lid off of this before, and I've used this as a little planter with a garden ball, and that's really, really cute to do as well. I've used one of the boxwood balls on top, and I just use it as a little planter. So that's a wonderful idea if you guys have any of these little like sugar bowls or anything around, and you're looking for a way to kind of display them and use them in a unique way. Absolutely, they work perfectly for little pedestals for garden balls. Now, once upon a time, I used to be a huge milk glass collector, and I still do have a lot of milk glass, but I really scaled back and I kept what pieces I felt I really loved. I kept the ones that brought me joy. And one of the things that brings me joy are these little salt and pepper shakers. And these are the grape pattern. So, you know, if you guys collect milk glass at all, you're very familiar with this pattern, but it has the hobnail on the side, and then it's got, you know, the grapes. And they're nice and shiny, and a friend of mine got me these, and one day when I came home, I've had them for several years, but one day when I came home, there was a little package on my door, and she texted me and said, I left you something, and it was these sweet little salt and pepper shakers. So I don't use them, but I love to display them. So while we're on the subject of milk glass, another friend of mine also gave me this as a gift, and this is really heavy, you guys. This is a Hobnail cookie jar, or I've also heard it referred to as a biscuit jar. I will say that it's not sealed. There is no seal, so I probably wouldn't ever put anything in here that you know, needed to stay fresh. I would only put like wrapped candies or wrapped cookies or something in there. But I have it displayed on that shelf, and it's just a pretty piece, and it of course is one of my favorites. I have seen these. Oh, that is shaking like crazy. I have seen these before, but when I was like looking for milk glass everywhere, I never ran across one of these anywhere. And so she picked this up for me. I absolutely love it. I cherish it, and I will keep this one. So another thing on the shelf that I absolutely love, and I have had this for as long as back as I can remember, liking like whiteware, I have had this, and it is a Hallmark cake stand. It is made by Hallmark, if you can see there, and it has little snowflakes on it, so it's definitely for Christmas. But because it sits on that on those shelves, you never see the snowflakes. So I leave it out all year, and then I bring it out, you know, like around the holidays, whenever it's time to, you know, put out cookies or something. If we have guests over, I like to use this. It's one of those cake stands that I think is kind of like that sweet spot. It's not really huge, but it's not so small that it's like a cupcake stand. And I think that's another reason why I really like it. And it has that same snowflake detail that goes all the way around the base as well. Okay, so last but certainly not least, I shared this in my video with you guys, is the soup tureen. I absolutely love this. I have used this for soup before. It's wonderful to use for decor. When we had a dining room table, I would put this out on the dining room table, especially during the fall. Would do like a beautiful vignette around it. I love this. I have actually used this before as a planter, not to put like live plants in or dirt or anything, but I have actually, you know, taken the lid off and I've dropped a faux plant inside, and this makes a wonderful, unique looking planter. So if you're ever looking for a creative way to use your faux plants, just drop them inside of a soup tureen. It looks absolutely beautiful. So I love this. I love this piece. It is one of my all-time favorites. I know somewhere I thought there was the edge. Oh, it's the lid that has the edge, the little cutout. So I certainly don't plan on, parting with this willingly. So I love this. You guys saw it. I shared it. And here it is, live and in person, bright and shining once again. I think that wraps up my little whiteware show and share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're all finding things to do to make yourselves feel more calm and happy while you are indoors and having to, go through this troubled time. I hope that you're finding some way to find peace. I love you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so, check out my video description for links to all my social media sites, because that is where the real action takes place. I share pictures and I share different things that I don't share here on YouTube. So if you want to be in the know, check out my video description for my links to my social media sites.